Hi and welcome to my tutorial on how to make tassels for your shawls. This is my Nordic dragon tail shawl and it needs a tassel at the end, well at the start, however you want to see it. So what you need is yarn for the tassel and a scissor, any type of card, a needle and a hook. So this is how I usually do it, but you can really do it however you like. And I start by, I'm doing this with 3 at a time because it makes it a whole lot faster to do it. And we all like to do it fast. So you basically go around as many times as you feel needed to make it the right thickness. So you can see here. And I think I want a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. And I can show you this. I have 3 different pieces of yarn from the same skeins that I made the shawl with, but I have 3 different, so the shading gets a little bit more dynamic since they're not the same, and you can basically do it however you like. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna cut the yarn here, and we'll put the yarns aside. And here we only have 1 thread, so I'm gonna use another one that I made double and pull it through to secure the tassel. But this is just my way of doing it because it's easier, and I don't want my tassel falling off or anything to happen to it, so I like to secure it really well. So this is my anchor or whatever you want to call it, and we'll use the key card here, and I'm gonna cut this end. So, and we're gonna take this piece here and flip it. And then this piece from the end is just gonna go together with the rest of the tassel. And this one, my anchor yarn, is gonna be tied on the middle here. And I'm gonna secure it really well. And you can also, for this shawl, I don't want any beads because I want it to be a really down-to-earth kind of shawl that doesn't draw too much attention to it besides the pattern. So for this one, I'm gonna skip the beads. But if you want to have beads, you can, before you tie this knot and before you put the tassels on, you can put the beads on the thread here if you feel like it. So we tied this, and you see these are mixing in really well, so we won't even see them. So, and we're gonna like comb this down a little bit, just like that. And it's starting to get something like a little tail, like a little dragon's tail. I don't think they have fluffy tails, but whatever. So, and for this, I'm gonna make sure that it looks nice up here before I secure it. So here, we're gonna trim this later. So I'm gonna take this one, and I want a piece of end so that I can, really hold on to it. And I'm gonna do this from the other side. So I'm gonna take a grip here around its head, or what you call it, I don't know. I usually say head, head of the tassel. So, and I'm gonna go around it as many times as I want, and you can different, you can make it different looks. If you want, you can do a wide binding here, or you can do a small one. It's just up to you. So this is what it's looking like, and I'm kind of happy with that. So I'm gonna tie it up like this. So, and I'm gonna be a little bit careful because it's wool, so I don't want to pull too tight or I'll tear the thread. So, and I'm gonna make it 3 just to be safe. And I'm gonna cut the yarn about here. So, and then I'm gonna take my needle and I'm gonna stick it in here just beside the knot, like so. And I'm gonna take the end and push it through. Let's see how this goes. And this can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but if you're stubborn enough, you'll get it. Well, I think, you see, it doesn't want to obey me. So I'll cut the end just one more time and see if it wants to cooperate or not. Let's see, and I'm gonna press it through like that. Good yarn, nice work. And I'm just gonna pull it through, and I'm gonna tighten it a little bit so that the knot goes tightly to the rest of the tassel. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other end. Let's see if this one is better on cooperating. Oh yeah, nice, thank you. And I'm pulling that one as well, like so. And here we have a tassel. Look at that. And you can just trim this. You can cut it shorter if you feel like it's too long, or you can just trim it from around the shortest part of the threads of the yarn here. And I like to hold mine quite tight, and I would actually recommend a bigger scissor for this, because this one is not that optimal, but it's really, really sharp, so it works. And I'm gonna chew through this. Let's see, and a new grip so that you just make sure that it's even at what was the ends and the edges just here before. Something like so, maybe. Yeah, well, that looks good, don't you think? So we have a tassel. Look at that, everybody. Now, please do try this at home and see how it goes. And happy crocheting. See you next time, and please click subscribe and the like button.